today I'm going to be giving you a really fun spin on Play-Doh. Super easy to make, doesn't require any cooking whatsoever. And this is what you're going to need. You're going to need some flour, some cocoa, that's kind of the secret ingredient here, are some salt and some cream of tartar. And then the wet ingredients you're going to need are some kind of cooking oil, so it could be canola oil like I have here, vegetable oil, or even coconut oil if that's what you have on hand, and water. So that's it. Those are the only ingredients you're going to need for this, and no cooking at all. So to start, you're going to want to have a big mixing bowl. You're going to put in 2 cups of flour to start. I always like to start with the dry ingredients, so 2 cups of flour. Then we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of cocoa, which really gives a nice smell and a nice texture here to this Play-Doh recipe. We're going to then add in 1 1/4 cups of salt. And then last, 1 1/2 tablespoons of cream of tartar. And you'll be able to find all of this in the description underneath the video. So dry ingredients first. Let me clear the way here. And then we're going to add in our wet ingredients to the bowl. So for this recipe, as I mentioned, we're going to need oil and water. So the oil, you're going to want 5 tablespoons of whatever cooking oil you're using. And then the last thing you're going to need is roughly 2 cups of water. Sometimes it's 2 1/2. The reason I say roughly is because I like to add in the water in slow increments, and sometimes that means a little more or a little less as the dough is starting to come together, and you're going to have to use your judgment on that. But water is easily accessible, so you may need a little more, a little less, but it's going to be roughly 2 1/2 cups, okay? So to do this, you're going to take your big mixing bowl, you're going to add in your dry ingredients first. So as I mentioned, the flour, the cocoa, the salt, and the cream of tartar if you have it available to you. If not, skip it, the recipe will still work. And then we're going to add in our 5 tablespoons of oil and our roughly 2 to 2 1/2 cups of water in slow increments while we're mixing. As you're doing this, all the ingredients are going to come together making a dough-like texture, similar to Play-Doh or cookie dough. And then here I have the finished product, which hopefully you can see. So I call this mud dough or soil dough. What's nice about it is it has a similar texture to Play-Doh, but it's going to be a little mushier and squishier. Those are technical terms, which is going to give it that kind of soil-like feel. It also has an amazing scent built in because of that cocoa that we used. So really, really fun recipe to try at home, fun to make with your child, and then fun to explore with. As you see here, I kind of have a spring set up with some bugs and some flowers and popsicle sticks. But this dough actually works really well for a number of different creative explorations. It's great for construction sites with trucks and cars because of its mud-like texture. It's also fun to make like a bakery or a pretend ice cream shop using silicone cupcake liners with this dough, right? Because of that chocolate scent. So lots of different opportunities for play, or just utilize it as your regular Play-Doh, right? So the same way you would just put that out with whatever tools you might use. It's just a fun way to kind of vary things up from your traditional Play-Doh recipe. So I hope you guys try this one, and if you like it, tag me at Jillybeans NYC. Show me how you put it out, how your child explored it, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.